Dear fellow devotees, on this day, we shall embark together on a captivating journey to delve into the intriguing prophecy of the 3 days of darkness. Unlike the prophecies of Medjugorje, we will explore its significant connection to the notable date of February 2nd. This is not merely a pilgrimage through the mysteries of this prophecy, but an opportunity to reflect on how it may enrich our lives later in our mystical journey. You will delve into contemplating the potential expressions that His Holiness Pope Francis might share regarding this prophecy, providing insight that sheds light on our devotion and understanding. You will investigate the revelations that await us on this journey, which could metamorphose our understanding of belief, guide the audience in this journey of wisdom, unraveling the importance of this date and the veiled enigmas in the expressions of Maria Euli, a prominent mystic of the congregation. Undoubtedly, you will question why February 2nd holds such significance. In this presentation, we will explore this day that for many transcends being merely a date on the calendar, unveiling the profound meaning that rests behind this exceptional date, connect the dots between this day and Maria Juli's prophecy about the 3 days of shadows, exploring how these elements intertwine and what they can teach us about existence and devotion. Get ready to immerse yourself in this captivating narrative. Maria Juli's vision reveals an apocalyptic image of 3 days of complete darkness, terrifying storms, and spine-chilling lightning. Although it may sound like something taken from a cinematic work, her message transcends that perception. These 3 days are directly related to the Holy Eucharist, and it is during this time that the world will plunge into darkness. What does this connection reveal to us about the relationship between dark moments and our spiritual life? Contemplate a world shrouded in shadows, where we cannot open the windows because observing the earth in this state could be fatal. Here lies the mystical component of the prediction, which makes complete sense. These days of darkness are not just an apocalyptic event but a powerful metaphor for challenging times in existence. Have you ever paused to meditate on the moments when we face our personal adversities? They are like storms that test our strength and lightning that surprises us in moments of crisis. These challenging moments, these trials, constitute the essence of the prediction, a striking reflection on the challenges we face in our devout journey. In what way can this storm allegory help us understand our own struggles and devotion more deeply? Those lacking faith and hope, much like in the prophecy, tend to feel more abandoned. Here is where the essential message of maintaining faith and hope stands out. Even in dark moments, the advice not to open the windows during those days becomes a powerful allegory for preserving our cognitive and emotional well-being. What lessons can be drawn about taking care of our emotional and spiritual well-being in times of crisis? Just as gazing upon the terrifying state of the earth could be detrimental, constant exposure to unfavorable news, conflicts, or harmful relationships can impact our well-being. It is essential to keep those windows closed when necessary to preserve our inner serenity and ward off the shadows. The most touching part of the prophecy is revealed through a uniquely divine light, the consecrated waxen luminaries. What does the radiance of this light signify in the darkness for the community of believers? These candles personify the internal flame burning within us, embodying our tenacity, strength, and devotion during the darkest moments. This inner luminosity acts as a guide and sustenance, much like how candles illuminate the homes of the faithful. Our internal clarity clears our path even in the darkest hours, conveying a genuine discourse of trust and devotion. However, there is more. Maria Juli speaks of tremors, raging seas, and devastating consequences that will turn the earth into a vast cemetery. Faced with such visions, how can they find hope and direction in their faith? This grim perspective invites them to reflect on tumultuous periods in their lives, full of unexpected adversities. Hunger and death symbolize not only physical loss but also the diminishing of hope and guidance in life. Nevertheless, Maria Julie proposes a solution, gathering around sacred icons, such as a crucifix, for protection and serenity. How can these venerable icons play the role of anchors in times of uncertainty? These sacred representations act as focal points in our lives, evoking our most deeply rooted principles and emphasizing the urgent need to stay connected to that which provides purpose in challenging times. Exploring the idea of preparing and strengthening faith in the face of prophecies, His Holiness Pope Francis could offer a meditative perspective focused on mercy. In times of uncertainty and tribulation, much like those described in the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, attention must be focused on strengthening faith through love and service to others. True spiritual preparation lies in how we embrace the gospel in our daily lives, manifesting compassion and gathering in community to offer mutual support. This discourse could be inserted after the statement, "To face this prophecy, prudence and preparation are fundamental." Strengthening our faith, participating in the sacraments, and cultivating a life of prayer and devotion are crucial for facing this prediction. Caution and readiness are fundamental to strengthen faith. Engaging in sacred rituals and cultivating a life of prayer and fervor are essential. Especially considering the current circumstances both in Brazil and globally. In these challenging moments, the messages of Our Lady in Garabandal offer invaluable teachings about how these events can impact divine life. Those manifestations, occurring between 1960 and 1965 in a tiny town in northern Spain, proved to be unique and controversial. For children claimed to have experienced visions of the Virgin Mary, who communicated messages and warnings about the future. Although these manifestations captured the attention of devout believers, they also sparked skepticism and investigations by the Ecclesiastical Congregation. February 2nd, recognized as the Day of Our Lady of Candelaria, takes on superior significance in this sacred context. What special meaning does this date hold in relation to our journey of faith, and how can we pay homage to it? On this day, the Church proceeds with the solemn consecration of lamps, essential elements in the prophecy. These lamps, preferably made of beeswax, become symbolic bearers of blessings that pour grace into our lives and homes. How can such blessings influence our daily lives and congregation? Participating fervently in the liturgy on that day is strongly recommended, carrying the flame with oneself and spreading this custom so that others can experience this unique grace. The depth of this event cannot be overlooked in the face of such teachings. How can we strengthen our faith and devotion through transformation and expiation? The communications from Garabandal emphasize the urgent need for internal metamorphosis, the practice of penance, and dedication to prayer as ways to achieve serenity and avoid divine punishment. Although the Church has not yet issued a conclusive judgment on the authenticity of these manifestations, the debate persists as a significant topic in the Christian faith. At this moment, heartfelt thanks are extended to the congregation for accompanying us to this point. What reflections or renewed visions have you gained throughout this spiritual journey? Now, we will all gather in prayer before the Venerable Virgin of Candelaria, a luminous protector and counselor in times of perplexity. In this fervent plea, we will implore her sacred intervention to obtain protection and redemption from God in the face of upcoming challenges. Trusting in her eternal mantle of love and protection, voices will rise in communion, seeking her divine shelter and the radiance of her grace in these testing times. Let us lift our prayers together with confidence and trust in a future full of hope. Most Holy Virgin of Candelaria, shelter of love and radiance in times of darkness, today the congregation approaches you with humble and hope-filled hearts. We beseech your protection and salvation in the face of the events to come. In the unsettling gloom of the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, we raise our prayers and supplications for you to guide us with your firm and celestial light. Virgin of Candelaria, beacon that illuminates the shadowy paths, plead for your intervention in these periods of uncertainty. May your divine mantle envelop and protect us, keeping us safe from storms and adversities. On the commemoration of February 2nd, the day when candles are consecrated as symbols of your grace, we request that these flames be a perpetual reminder of your love, your safeguard, and your comforting influence. Instruct us to face challenges with confidence and anticipation, to keep our being unbroken in prayer and veneration. May this plea be a reminder that even in the darkest shadows, your radiance never ceases to shine upon us. Holy Mother, may your understanding and guidance be our refuge. In the midst of uncertainty, may we find your serenity and relief. United in faith and affection, let us overcome challenges, strengthened by your eternal protection and blessing. In the name of the Creator, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, so be it. Let us always keep hope shining, remembering that we are enveloped in the love of the transcendent. May this moment be a catalyst to increase our compassion, connection, and closeness to God. Together, may we find the strength to overcome these obstacles, providing clarity to a world in urgent need. May these expressions inspire hope and convey an essential lesson. Let us spread this message with other believers to join our congregation of prayer. If you want to see more faith stories like this, type "I want it" down below in the comments. See you soon.